John Wilmer has been covering the downtown flooding for us. He is live on the banks of the Cedar River where the raging waters are behind him. And tell us where you are exactly, John, and what's going on where you are.
Well, Ron, I'm right here down on East 4th Street, just along the banks of the Cedar River. Now, I'm actually on the other side of this sand wall, the sandbag wall here, and that's all because hopefully Waterloo's on the downhill slide. Now, we've been told that the water has gone down, just from people around here, that it's gone down about 4 feet. Now, just last night, the water had been up to here on this retaining wall, but now, as you can see, it has dropped dramatically. It's actually going down quite a bit just since the time that we've been here. But the bad news is that water continues to flow in on the west side of downtown. Across the river here, businesses are being impacted greatly by this flood waters. A lot of water in basements. Young Arena, the Waterloo Center for the Arts, the Dan Gable Museum, all suffering from flood damage because of these high waters. And it's going to take some time before they all get back and dry out. Basically, a lot of water in their basements. We understand a lot of the Dan Gable Museum memorabilia has been damaged because of this flood water. They're asking for help. They're asking for donations to help fix it up because it is a lot of damage in there. Now in Waterloo, they're also asking for a lot more people to do some sandbagging because of the chance that we might just have more rain over the next couple of days. They don't want to get caught off guard again and not have these walls protected. So they're asking people to still fill sandbags to be prepared if there's another next round of storm.
There's a lighthouse on the hillside that overlooks life's sea. When I'm tossed, it sends out a light that I might see. And the light that shines in darkness now will safely lead us o'er. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, my ship would be no more. And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him. For Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin He has shown a light around me that I might clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be? Everybody that lives about us say, tear that lighthouse down. For the big ships don't sail this way anymore. There's no use of it standing round. Then my mind goes back to that stormy night when just in time I saw the light. Yes, the light from that old lighthouse that stands there on the hill. And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him. For Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin He has shown a light around me that I might clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be? He has shown a light around me that I might clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be?
At 8:52, we have breaking news, and it is positive. Out of Cedar Falls this hour, the downtown is now open to the public, which ostensibly lifts the evacuation that was red. It is now in a green shaded area. This area that has been under evacuation for days now is open to the public, and there was never a breach of the levee. All of the reasons that they evacuated for, thankfully, never really occurred in a negative fashion. So that is now open. It is premature, however, to announce whether businesses that use high amounts of water, that would be specifically restaurants, bars, those kinds of things, which there are many of in this area, will be able to open for business immediately. Businesses should haul their debris that must be bagged to the alleys, we're told, and the city will arrange for pickup. Additional updates are going to be provided regarding whether those restaurants and bars will be allowed to open for business later today. But that is certainly very, very good news for downtown Cedar Falls.
I'm pressing on the upward way, new heights I'm gaining every day, still praying as I'm onward bound. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's tableland, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. My heart has no desire to stay where doubts arise and fears dismay, though some may dwell where these abound. My prayer, my aim is higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand by faith on heaven's tableland, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher